When you look around at what we're creating here, what you're creating, it's just enormously important.
That was Houston billionaire Rich Kinder on Monday as his Kinder Foundation announced a multi-million-dollar donation to the Emancipation Park Conservancy. The $18.5 million they're putting up will help build a new performance hall and a cultural center at the historic park, which was founded by formerly enslaved people in 1872. The work is expected to be complete by Juneteenth celebrations next summer.
This comes as the Kinders tell ABC 13 they're planning to give away 95% of their enormous wealth, and that would be more than $10 billion.
Only on 13 tonight, they tell our Melanie Lawson most of the money will stay right here.
Rich Kinder helped build an oil and gas pipeline giant, Kinder Morgan. He and his wife Nancy are worth more than $11 billion, according to Forbes magazine. But he stepped down as CEO a decade ago for a bigger cause. They want to give away nearly every dollar. Why you decided to give most of it away?
Well, I think we'd all like to leave the world a little better place than we found it. We've been very fortunate, you know. Whatever wealth you accumulate is the result of a lot of other people helping you along the way. And we just felt early on the right thing to do was to try to give most or all of that away. So that's what we plan to do during our lifetime and at our death.
They found kindred spirits as one of the original couples to sign a pledge by Bill and Melinda Gates and Warren Buffett.
Yeah, there were only, I think, 20 people when we joined.
The first meeting, I think, was 20-something families or people, couples.
The pledge was to give away nearly 50% of their wealth, but the Kinders instead chose a whopping 95% to invest and donate through their Kinder Foundation. While others aim for worldwide projects, they are keeping their efforts close to home with certain goals.
We decided early on our core principles would be that we would invest most of our philanthropy in Houston, and then that we would try to concentrate on really three areas that we thought really needed help. That's education and urban green space, and then kind of lump it all in quality of life.
One of their first major efforts was to build a park among the downtown skyscrapers, Discovery Green, for some $25 million. Nancy calls parks the great equalizer.
Well, it's a melting pot of people, dogs. Whenever you're in a park, people are friendly. You know, you talk to the dogs. It's just, it's our happy place in all of these parks.
And they've made huge investments in other city parks, $8.5 million for dozens of Spark parks and schools, $34 million to Buffalo Bayou Park, $12.5 million to Emancipation Park, and $2 million to Herman Park. But the most transformative green space gift is $82 million and counting to build Memorial Park's massive land bridges. They've given $77 million to fund the Kinder Institute for Urban Research at Rice and nearly $86 million to a new building for modern art at the Museum of Fine Arts Houston. But their biggest investment, $150 million, is for a new hospital to battle childhood cancer, with Texas Children's joining MD Anderson.
When you couple MD Anderson with their tremendous Nobel Prize-winning research in cancer generally, and Texas Children's with their great background of knowing how to treat children, it's just a tremendous combination.
So far, they've given more than $900 million to local causes and organizations, close to $1 billion. Both Rich and Nancy grew up in modest conditions before moving to Houston, and he gets emotional when he talks about giving back so much to the city they love.
I think you have to be grateful for everything that this country's given you, you know. It's not fashionable today to talk about this, but the ability to grow and become successful in this country is pretty unique. And I think if you recognize that and you think, well, if it's been good for us, why can't we share some of this and be good for other people too?
I think some of the projects that we've done here, I'm really proud of them, and I think they'll last, you know, forever. I want our grandchildren to be proud of us, and I think they are. And I want them to know that's what we expect of them when they grow up. They have to give back, and it's not all about us. They have to carry it forward.
Their next project, they've invested millions in the historic 3rd, 4th, and 5th wards, and they're now planning a $54 million renovation of McGregor Park. Melanie Lawson, 13 Eyewitness News.